Here is a complete list of every confirmed Marvel Studios TV show coming to Disney+. In 2019, Marvel announced their plans to expand the MCU to small-screen TV shows, a stark change from their first decade of movie-only content. In early 2021, WandaVision was the first of these shows to air, and by the end of the year, Disney Plus had 5 full seasons of MCU TV shows available to stream, showing that Marvel had kept their promise. However, in the coming years, it is clear that Marvel Studios is only going to be expanding its presence further on the small screen with a huge number of shows planned alongside the larger-scale MCU movies. With their Disney Plus TV shows, Marvel has been able to take previous supporting characters and give them starring roles. In this process, they add greater depth to characters who had less screen time, but also get to use a familiar face to help introduce other new heroes who will play key roles in Marvel's plans for the MCU's Phase 4 and beyond. When they were first announced, the Disney Plus shows might have seemed like extracurricular reading merely intended to supplement the movies. 5 seasons later, and it is extremely clear that the Disney Plus MCU TV shows are just as important to the MCU timeline as the main movies themselves. In Loki alone, the TV show helped to establish the concept of the multiverse in the MCU and introduced Kang the Conqueror, who promises to be a major villain already confirmed to appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania and other significant Marvel movies. Marvel's upcoming release schedule seems to almost alternate new movies with Disney Plus TV shows, and there's definitely a lot of interplay between the two. It can be hard to keep track of what is coming out when and which parts of Marvel's rich comic history are set to arrive on screen. So, here's every upcoming Marvel TV show that is confirmed to be in the works for Disney Plus. The content is expected to be part of the MCU unless otherwise stated. Werewolf by Night. The next upcoming MCU Disney Plus show is a Disney Plus exclusive Marvel Cinematic Universe Halloween special titled Werewolf by Night, technically a movie, but one that won't be hitting multiplexes. Streaming from October 7, 2022, Werewolf by Night follows Jack Russell, Gael Garcia Bernal, as he wrestles with lycanthropic tendencies. Joining him is Laura Donnelly as Marvel Comics token monster-slaying British femme fatale Elsa Bloodstone and Harriet Sansom Harris as Verussa. Jacob Maya has been cast as Jake Gomez, another character who took up the Werewolf by Night mantle in Marvel Comics canon, suggesting the Disney Plus Halloween special may contain more than one werewolf by the end. Werewolf by Night will also introduce Man-Thing to the MCU, an important event for the wider Marvel Cinematic Universe given his comic canon status as the guardian of the nexus of all realities, A.K. of the place where all points in the multiverse meet. Werewolf by Night is clearly inspired by classic horror of the 1930s and 1940s and the many Hammer horror monster flicks that released over the last century. However, it's not being billed as an outright horror, but instead as a horror-inspired comedy that's set in the MCU. Even though they've not been seen much on screen, Marvel Comics has a rich history of horror material including characters like Werewolf by Night, Man-Thing, Frankenstein's monster, and Dracula. The timing is also noteworthy as Marvel's Blade reboot is due in 2023 and will no doubt feature Dracula as a villain. Werewolf by Night will likely lay the foundation for the existence of vampires, as well as werewolves and other classic horror monsters, in the MCU. Secret Invasion. One of the most interesting upcoming MCU Disney Plus shows is Secret Invasion. Starring Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn as Nick Fury and the Skrull Talos, respectively, Secret Invasion is set to follow the characters as they attempt to prevent a group of shape-shifting Skrulls from taking over the world. Talos pretended to be Fury and Spider-Man, Far From Home, so this won't be the first time the pair will be working together. Joining the series are Olivia Colman as Sonya Falsworth, a veteran secret agent and apparent ally of Fury, and Martin Freeman and Don Cheadle reprising their respective roles as Everett K. Ross and War Machine James Rhodes. Cobie Smulders will once again be playing the MCU's Maria Hill, and Secret Invasion is a good chance to flesh out her character since Hill has relatively little screen time in the MCU movies. One Night in Miami's Kingsley Ben-Adir will play Gravik, a rebel Skrull. Carmen Ejogo, Killian Scott, Christopher McDonnell, and Game of Thrones Khaleesi herself, Emilia Clarke, are also starring in undisclosed roles. In terms of tone, Secret Invasion is set to be much darker than the usual MCU outings, closer to Moon Knight or Daredevil than Miz. Marvel. Written by Kyle Bradstreet, Secret Invasion will consist of 6 episodes released in spring 2023. As part of Disney Plus Day 2021, a first look of Secret Invasion was released showing an older Nick Fury with a gray beard and missing his iconic eye patch. A trailer was then given at Disney's D23 Expo, which revealed some key story details as well as the cast. As expected, Nick Fury is deep in conspiracy and surrounded on all sides by shape-shifting Skrulls. Unable to trust anyone, he must figure out who is friend or foe as he works almost completely alone to halt the Skrull threat, presumably from Gravik's rebels. The trailer also revealed that Nick Fury has been in space for some time, explaining his absence from the last few MCU outings. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, written and directed by James Gunn. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is set following Thor: Love and Thunder and James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3. The special will include the primary cast of the Guardians of the Galaxy films, including Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel, Karen Gillan, and Pom Klementieff. This holiday special is currently set for release in December 2022. Ironheart starring Judas and the Black Messiah actress Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams. Ironheart is set to follow the titular character, a genius engineering student who creates her own Iron Man suit. There aren't too many details about Ironheart, but Marvel has hired Snowpiercer's Janaka Hodge as head writer. The series is set to consist of 6 episodes, and filming began in Chicago in early 2022 for plate shots and other pre-production material. The cast and crew were rumored to have started shooting around June, and Ironheart is currently set for a fall 2023 release. Riri herself will be making her debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Dominique Thorne can be seen in the trailer shaking hands with Letitia Wright's Shuri, suggesting a link between Ironheart and Wakanda. Armor Wars first announced in December 2020, Armor Wars is yet another Disney Plus series starring a well-known figure in the MCU, none other than Don Cheadle's James Rhodes, aka War Machine. The series will follow Rhodes as he deals with Tony Stark's Iron Man technologically falling into the wrong hands. Besides Don Cheadle reprising his role, no one else has been cast in Armor Wars, which is expected to begin filming in Atlanta this year. Armor Wars news at SDCC 2022 was entirely AWOL, but D23 Expo saw Cheadle confirm that the plot will steer pretty close to that of the Marvel Comics runs. Marvel also revealed that Rhodey will be in Secret Invasion. This small detail gives a lot of context to the lack of Armor Wars news. It's likely that even basic Armor Wars plot info or casting would be a huge Secret Invasion spoiler, and possibly Ironheart. Wakanda is a location that's become iconic for MCU fans, and, in addition to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, a Disney Plus series set in the fictional country, is also coming soon. Besides the setting, however, there are no details about what the Wakanda series will entail, who will star in it, and when it will take place. It's possible it could focus on the Dora Milaje, who were last seen in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Perhaps Black Panther 2 will offer more insight, but, for now, the show is a mystery. Echo introduced as part of Hawkeye. Echo is a deaf superhero from Marvel Comics who can mimic other people's body movements. Both in the Hawkeye Disney Plus TV show and in her original comics appearances, Echo starts out as an antagonist and transitions to be more of an anti-hero cum superhero. Additionally, Echo has ties to Kingpin. With the MCU reintroduction of Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk from the Netflix Daredevil series in Hawkeye, fans were hopeful Echo would include more of both Kingpin and Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock. Sure enough, it's confirmed that both Kingpin and Daredevil will feature in Echo. Echo's real name is Maya Lopez, and she is played by Alaqua Cox in both Hawkeye and Echo. Ethan and Emily Cohen are attached to write the new series, but few other details are known about the MCU's Disney Plus spin-off show as it is still reportedly in development. At present, Echo is penciled in for a summer 2023 release on Disney+. Loki, Season 2. The post-credits scene for the final episode of Loki Season 1 confirmed that a second season was on the way, and a summer 2023 release window has been announced for Loki Season 2 since. The first season of Loki raised unanswered questions, and while it might be predictable that the second season will focus on the direct fallout of Sylvie's actions in the Season 1 finale, with a show like Loki, anything can happen. At D23 Expo, Kevin Feige confirmed that it will open with Loki back at the TVA and Morpheus having no memory of him, but that's about as far as plot details go. Loki Season 2 will see return appearances from Loki, Tom Hiddleston, Sylvie, Sophia Di Martino, and Mobius, Owen Wilson. Everything Everywhere All at Once star Ke Huy Quan has also signed on, appropriate, given his previous experience with multiversal hijinks, courtesy of the aforementioned movie. Since Kang the Conqueror is now the MCU big bad for phases 4, 5, and 6, the antagonist introduced in Locke's first season could well be back for the second. What if? Season 2. What if? Season 2 was announced in December of 2019, a full year and a half before the first episode of Season 1 was released. What if? Season 1 was well received, and Season 2 is expected to keep up the same premise. Jeffrey Wright is returning as the Watcher, Uatu, and the series will continue to explore the stories of the MCU's alternate universes. One episode's plot is already known as it was cut from Season 1 owing to production issues, but hinted at in the finale. Iron Man and Gamora defeat Thanos and survive Sakar. Captain Carter will also return, fulfilling the post-credits teaser from What If? Season 1. What If? Season 2 will supposedly have 9 episodes and debut on Disney Plus in early 2023. What If? Season 2 will also see Shang-Chi's Mandarin take on Aten, feature a Valkyrie Hulk team-up, and provide one episode set in 1602. Reportedly, Bigfoot will also feature. Agatha, Coven of Chaos announced as part of Disney Plus Day 2021. Agatha, Coven of Chaos is a spin-off show following the fan-favorite antagonist from WandaVision. The Disney Plus series was originally titled Agatha, House of Harkness, but at SDCC 2022 Marvel revealed the new show title of Coven of Chaos for the MCU's first Disney Plus series to be a spin-off of another Disney Plus series, rather than an MCU movie. Kathryn Hahn will return as the charismatic witch Agatha Harkness, with WandaVision writer Jack Schaefer also returning for the Disney Plus series that has a release date sometime in winter 2023. The story has not yet been revealed, but will likely look at Agatha Harkness' storied past, while also exploring the results of Agatha being trapped in Westview as Agnes by Wanda at the end of WandaVision. X-Men 97 Marvel Studios announced one non-MCU show as part of Disney Plus Day 2021, X-Men 97. The series plans to revisit X-Men, the animated series, and will continue the plot directly from the show's original cancellation. Story details have not been revealed yet, However, much of the original cast is set to return, including Cal Dodd, Wolverine, Lenore Zann, Rogue, George Buza, Beast, Adrian Hawke, Nightcrawler, Christopher Britton, Mr. Sinister, Catherine Disher, Jean Grey, Chris Potter, Gambit, Allison Seeley-Smith, Storm, and Alison Court, Jubilee. Spider-Man, freshman year. With the announcement that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be returning for 3 more solo movies after Spider-Man: No Way Home, it is clear that the MCU is fully invested in Spider-Man and the Spider family, so it makes sense that Marvel announced a new MCU animated prequel TV series. It's unclear whether Spider-Man freshman year will take part in the main MCU canon though. Some details revealed so far seem to contradict Holland's established story arc, such as the presence of Dr. Octopus, a villain the Earth-616 Parker clearly hadn't encountered before meeting Alfred Molina in No Way Home. Several other characters from the wider MCU appear though, including Doctor Strange and Daredevil, voiced by the man himself, Charlie Cox. As far as the animation style goes, Spider-Man freshman year will pay homage to the legendary work of comic artist Steve Ditko. So far, it is not known if Tom Holland will return to voice this earlier iteration of his character, or whether What If S. Hudson Thames will step in for him again. Marvel Zombies. After the success of What If S. take on Marvel Zombies, plenty of viewers were calling for more MCU Zombies. Disney Plus Day 2021 delivered on this by announcing the Marvel Zombies series. It has not been confirmed whether the show will tie to the What If zombie continuity or be its own spin on the idea, but it is known Marvel Zombies will be adult in tone and boast a TV MAR rating. Brian Andrews will direct and Zeb Wells will write. The Zombies episode of What If ended on one of the biggest cliffhangers of the season. While the zombies returned for the finale, if Marvel Zombies returns to that world, Marvel Studios could finally show viewers what zombie Thanos is capable of in Wakanda. Fans will have to wait until the 2024 release of Marvel Zombies on Disney Plus to find out. Daredevil, Born Again. It's official, the MCU's Daredevil has been rescued after the Marvel-Netflix partnership ended and is returning on Disney Plus. In May 2022, it was revealed that Disney and Marvel Studios have plans for Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, to become the Man Without Fear once again. It's now been confirmed that Daredevil, Born Again will release on Disney Plus in 2024, packing a staggering 18 episodes. Already, fans of the first 3 seasons of Daredevil from its Netflix era are excited, as this series' length is much more in keeping with the established Daredevil format and is a good indication the franchise won't be extensively altered to fit in with other Disney Plus MCU shows. The Daredevil series on Netflix gained a huge following in its own right, so it's encouraging that Disney has had the foresight to keep those fans happy, instead of just presuming that casting Charlie Cox and slapping the Daredevil logo on a different show would still get the same ratings. However, it should be noted that Daredevil, Born Again isn't Netflix Daredevil Season 4 and has been confirmed as a reboot with a familiar cast. Alongside Charlie Cox, many Daredevil regulars including Vincent D'Onofrio, Wilson Fisk Kingpin, and Eldon Henson, Foggy Nelson, are expected to return. Wonder Man. One of the most recently announced new MCU Disney Plus shows is Wonder Man. In 2022, it was announced, via The Hollywood Reporter, that Destin Daniel Cretton, known for his work on Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, would be teaming up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine writer-producer Andrew Guest to create a Wonder Man Disney Plus show. There are almost no details so far about Wonder Man's small screen debut, but there are rumors and speculation abound that Nathan Fillion will be drafted for the MCU Wonder Man. Wonder Man in the comics has links to Scarlet Witch, including a romantic interest, and has a founding member of the West Coast Avengers. In terms of powers, he has a pretty standard super strength and endurance set courtesy of Baron Zemo. That's not why Wonder Man has so many fans, though. He rocked an iconic turtleneck and sunglasses for the best part of a decade, and the actor-turned-superhero Simon Williams had a wit that would make a great role for Fillion. Production on Wonder Man could possibly start as early as 2023, and there will be plenty of MCU Disney Plus shows debuting in the meantime. Key release dates: Black Panther, Wakanda Forever release date, 2022 11/11 Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 release date, 2023 05/05 The Marvels Captain Marvel 2 release date, 2023 07/28 Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania release date, 2023 02/17 Blade 2023 release date, 2023 11/03 Captain America, New World Order release date, 2024 05/03 Marvel's Thunderbolts release date, 2024 07/26 Marvel's Fantastic Four release date, 2024 11/08 Avengers, Secret Wars release date, 2025 11/07 Avengers, The Kang Dynasty release date, 2025 05/02 Black Panther, Wakanda Forever release date, 2022 11/11 Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 release date, 2023 05/05 The Marvels Captain Marvel 2 release date, 2023 07/28 Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania release date, 2023 02/17 Blade 2023 release date, 2023 11/03 Captain America, New World Order release date, 2024 05/03 Marvel's Thunderbolts release date, 2024 07/26 Marvel's Fantastic Four release date, 2024 11/08 Avengers, Secret Wars release date, 2025 11/07 Avengers, The Kang Dynasty release date, 2025 05/02.